Hello, it's me. I'm drunk and I'm in bed. And I have here the lyrics for the very best song that's not written by Michael Jackson. It's written by a woman and two other people. I can't really, right now, well, I can tell you uh, she's called, uh, Sheda Garrett or Sayeda Garrett. I can never pronounce anything in English. She has been a member of Brand New Heavies, where she wrote this. Talking about a revolution. You're looking at something like that. But this one is the very great song written by Sayeda or Sieda Garrett and Glenn Ballard. Don't know who did what. It's nice. Sorry about the camera rocking. It's hanging over. It's my telephone hanging over the screen. Like, what can you do? Install 100,000 plastic gadgets to make sure something is fixed somewhere. I'm going to lie in bed, hang the phone over the screen, having the screen, the text, the lyrics on the screen, and wait up. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. I'm gonna make a difference. Now, I always ask myself, yes, you can make a difference. Hitler made a difference. Mussolini made a difference. Everybody makes a difference. Why do you say you want to make a difference? Why don't you say, I want to make this world better? I want to find out what the. Okay. Gonna make it right. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot. As I turn the color on my favorite winter coat, the this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street without courage enough to eat. Who am I? I know where. Who am I? Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow they follow each other on the wind, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's a fact. That's why I wanted you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. No, you're not. You started with your mother being subdued, and then later on she gave birth to you. You're not starting anything. You're just a follow up. Sorry, we're all follow ups. That's how we have religion, which by the way means religare, to tie together. Similarly to what fascism says, tie the fascists, the straws around the hammer, which is the leader, Mussolini, tie them together around the leader, the Pope. Religion is fascism. It's leaders. Somebody decree that this is what God said. Yeah, good on you. A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one man's soul. They follow each other on the wind, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I'm starting. Sorry. That's why I want you to know. I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking you to change his ways. I'm 67. I've been trying all my life to do that. I seem to be stuck in my past, just like everybody else. And where are we? And no message could have been any clearer. Really? If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Yeah, see, the problem is people who are most suppressed are also most likely to stick with traditions, which is the very suppressing itself. Look at those tea parties, those people say science is wrong, and all the medical workers in the whole world, all, I don't know, 30 million of them, were all part of what is that called? Conspiracy. They are all part of conspiracy. And not one single of them came out and blew a whistle. That's an amazing claim that all the people in the whole world, or what percentage? Is it 1 out of 20 of us who is employed in the medical business, and we are 8 billion people, and they all went on to believe the conspiracy, whatever. See, I think I'm gonna forget about this song. You all know it. I'm just fucking around, aren't I? So, what you really can see here now is the guitar. I'm hiding behind it. I'm hiding behind the guitar. The just need it hanging over my head so I can die from concussion sometime. Sometimes, and not sometimes. Sometimes, and not similarities. Similar. Don't worry, I checked the screw. I'm the one who's got a screw loose, and the guitar is quite firmly fixed on the wall. And I'm fixed on the wall too. Welcome to the machine. The wall, Pink Floyd. Never mind. I made this video for myself, and you will have to. So, what can I say? Now, to be perfectly honest, I'm doing this for fun, but it's a weird kind of fun, isn't it? Because somebody invented the video, somebody invented the camera, and the iPhone, and the food loan, and the boo. By the way, Steve Jobs did not invent the iPhone. No, hundreds of people did that. What's he called? Elon Musk did not invent Tesla. He hired people to do that. This is the feudal system. I have people to do that. Famous strands of plants or breeds of animals have been contributed to some people who never did nothing. In Denmark we have Christian den Fjerde, the fourth Christian the fourth, who did not, in fact, build all the things he's credited to have built, just like the pharaohs didn't build the pyramids. It's funny. This world doesn't seem to get real. It seems to be more and more unreal. So, congrats, fellow citizens of the world. We have reached the so far peak of unrealism, like Hollywood, fictional novels. What is that about? The snobbery about fiction. Oh, it's so interesting when authors speak about this, that, and the other. I would rather hear scientific results, actually, data. Because what James Joyce thought about humanity is not based on science. He's a fictional author. He's a political figure, just like Walt Disney. It's all one church, and then another church, and another, and then we have another church, and we have the church of, like in Denmark, we have the opera, built by a person who had much, Arnold Peter Miller had a son called Maersk McKinney Miller, and he built an opera, an opera house, and this was paid for by a fund. And the fund, by its nature, is in Denmark at least, is tax accepted. So I take this money. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. But they still get to decide what to do with the money. So I don't want to pay this money to the tax as a tax to the state, the people, the society, the country I live in. No, I'll accept it from tax and call it a fund, and I get to decide how it's used. And he built this opera house, which is a nice gesture, of course, except he forgot to pay for the uh, sustainability of it, the sustenance, buildings cost money to sustain. Also, opera, this is the funny part of it. The opera has the face or the surface it has, this like drowning people because they had to be singing. It's not because it is not. Sorry, it is not because of aesthetic or ethic considerations. No, the sound of an opera singer was created for the purpose of being loud, not beautiful, loud. And not for aesthetic, ethical reasons either. Not because, it's right. No, simply because the people who paid the tickets were noisy. So they had to make the singers loud. So they invented or figured out or whatever a technique, a way in which to sing, which involves the opening of everything, like sort of like this. Yeah. And that's, the more open, the more sound, the louder. So there is no ethical or artistic aspect of this, and there is no moral or elevated or exquisite or in any way superior thing about this. No, they simply sing like that because they hadn't invented the microphone and the amplifiers yet. And I'm not going into how that technology is being abused by technicians who believe that more is better because they are taught by an industry who is who is headed by the superior power of the world, USA, the United States, the United States of American, or phone booth, or bubble, Bubble. So, opera is really about volume. V versus V. Wait, a crooner is a singer who whispers. I looked it up. I googled it. Whispering, or which is not right, but you can do like this. So danço samba, vai, 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 vai. All kinds of things you can do now as to achieve the artistic perfect result, right? But then, yet again, opera stands as a fine culture. How is it that? Here comes chapter 400. The stories of the opera are like something like, what is it called? to turn a cat into a hot dog. Uh, Tolkatemis in Danish. Tolkatemis. Have to look it up. Sorry. Tolkatemis. Wikipedia. Comedy. Shakespeare. What's it called? Oh, come on. Shakespeare. Comedy Shakespeare. Comedy by Shakespeare. Patricia Fry. Elizabeth Taylor. Oh my God. I have to go by way of Elizabeth Taylor and find out what films she made and then find the. How is it that just don't translate the title? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, I think it is. Nah, that's not it. Okay, so I'm going back here to Tolkien Temis. Troll Can Be Tamed. And then Elizabeth Beth Taylor. And there will be. Oh my God. Life is a slow walk towards ignorance. Oh my God. This is really funny. Oh, then I have to consider cookies and cookies. The chosen. Thank you. The Taming of the Shrew. Wow. I did not see that coming. The Taming of the Shrew. There we are. Comedy by Shillem Wakespeare. Believed to have been written between and so forth. Blah, blah, did blah, blah. It's about a man taming a woman whom he is entitled to marry. It's the most disgusting play I've ever seen because the proponent, the hero of the story, is supposed to be right, and he's forcing this woman into his marriage with her by manipulation, as in a pre-Goebbels kind of, if you do this to a person long enough, you will surely make her love you, won't you? Yes, you will, is the conclusion of, or is it? I don't know. I don't care about Shakespeare, but I'm certain it was written in a time where some people, not all people, mind you, but some people had the idea that other people were just furniture, what is it called? Like Eddie Izzard says, the Ottoman Empire, full of furniture for some reason. That's what he says. But, to see other people as furniture is a sign of a brain damage. There was a researcher who checked out, there was once a research that checked out why plane disasters happened, and there were 10 factors always present. Likewise, a psychologist or whatever he was, doesn't matter who he was. You can Google it and find out if it's true. Checked out 10 things that are common to mass murderers, and one of them was hitting their head as a child, which I did, but only twice, and witnessing animal cruelty, which I performed. I had looking glass and the sunlight, and I stopped them from moving. I burnt, when I was 12, I burned ants with a looking glass, a burning glass, as we called them. Somebody showed me, I did it. I'm not proud of it. Third, they had to have witness. Yeah, they had to be submitted to violence from their parents, and the 7 other factors. Those 10 factors are always present, according to this research, in mass murderers. So, obviously, you can hurt this. That was 7. And then this 8. And then this 9. It's going to be hell, but it's going to be okay. But this one too. And So, human beings are the most intricate, the most wonderful, the most wondrous, the most mysterious beings on earth. And when I say that, I'm using words that are invented by such humans. And you may understand it. And that's another miracle on top of that, and so forth and so on and on. Where was I going with that? Nowhere, I guess. Don't draw your own conclusions. That's a Procol Harum. Draw your own conclusions. Down, down, down. Draw your own conclusions. Now, finally, I'm going to show you how to save money on tobacco. I stopped smoking cigarettes. This is rolling tobacco. The tobacco, the kind you're supposed to roll into cigarettes, using rice paper and stuff. I just take a little bit of that, and I'll show you how much. This is, in fact, a big one. That's tobacco. And then I pour it into a pipe. And I've lined it with towel and used an elastic band as a... and then this pipe is something I found here. So then what I do is I light it. And this is about as much tobacco as is in the first 3 blows of a cigarette, and the rest of the smoke comes out the other way. So, right. So that's about 20th of a cigarette. Then I also have a different gadget going, which is somewheres on the street people throw joint bums. And again, I can show you how much of that. This is, because it's heavier, little smaller. And this is a mixture of 50% volume mixture. 70% volume tobacco and 30% bum shot content. And then I mix that in a frying pan like this one, this size. Put on a toaster to warm up the tobacco and dry it, because when it's dry, it will absorb some of the oils or whatever from the bomb shot hashish, and that will make it burn in a better, at a more convenient temperature, so that I won't cough so much. And that's it. That's my hourly sort of consumption of hashish. It's not doing much. I just like it. And one time somebody passed me a joint and I smoked. I took a whiff. I took two whiffs before I terminated the bastard. And then I got stoned. So I know the difference. This is not stoned. I would say I'm pebbled. Yeah, that's it. I'm pebbled. I'm not stoned. And there's a film called Druk, I think. Danish, it means drunk or drunkenness. And the thesis behind the movie is we should all be 5%, 5 pro, 0.5% drunk. Our blood percentage of alcohol should always be points something something 5. That's funny. Thank you. Good night.